You've written about the potential for crypto to promote economic mobility. I'm curious, as we sit here today and we don't have clear federal guidelines in place, do you think the industry has a greater responsibility to self-police? And I'm thinking here, for example, of exchanges. Do you think exchanges should take on a greater responsibility in determining, say, which coins they list, the number of coins they list, and doing sort of their own due diligence on behalf of their customers?
Yeah, well, first, I am indeed a very big believer in the economic mobility opportunity here, and that's, if you ask me what makes me get out of bed in the morning, it is that motivation. That if to be banked depends on brick and mortar, I think there's a lot of humanity that is deeply, deeply in trouble. And the other thing that dies in darkness other than democracy is your ability to walk into a brick and mortar bank and transact. And so I think this concept of safe, sound, device-centric banking, payments, and software intermediated capital markets are just powerful drivers of economic mobility across the board. Now, having said that, the industry, in the era of enforcement and regulation being the only other two options, the responsible actors in the industry also have an outsized role to play in getting it right. And one of the issues that I find very challenging right now is this notion of token agnosticism. A company like Circle can break its back building the strongest and most prudentially sound stablecoin in circulation, but if it enjoys exactly the same shelf space as a stablecoin like Terra, stable in name only, or Rat Poison, it would be the equivalent of a supermarket listing these two things on the same shelf without having any appropriate disclosure standard and regime. I believe this industry may not be right for everyone, but all of our rights should be protected as we engage in it. One of the fundamental pathways for better disclosure and consumer protection is at the exchange level. Those are the supermarkets that allow you to engage with digital assets, and there's a lot we could do there without having to wait for Washington or new regulators. It's just a matter of having a consumer protection and a market conduct standard that's about disclosure.